Good day, students. Welcome to our Math 9 classes. Today, we're going to talk about illustration of quadratic equation. And this is the first topic of our Math 9 class. Okay, we will talk about first what is a linear equation. A linear equation is an equation in which the highest power of the variable is always 1. So take note of these given examples. We have x minus 1 equals 2. This is a linear equation because the highest exponent of the variable x is 1. And next is b plus 2 equals negative 6. This is also a linear equation because the highest exponent of the variable p is also 1. And we have 3x is equal to 12. So this is also a linear equation because the highest exponent of the variable x is also 1. Now we will go to quadratic equation. What is a quadratic equation? A quadratic equation in one variable is a mathematical sentence of degree 2 that can be written in the following standard form. We have ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a should not be equal to 0. So please take note this given formula. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. This is the standard form. Okay, take note of this given quadratic equations. We have b squared is equal to 64. 2x squared plus 3x plus 1 equals 0. We have x squared minus 5 equals 10. And we have 1/2 m squared minus m is equal to 1. Here in this example, 2 is the highest exponent of b. Here, the highest exponent of x is also 2. And the highest exponent of m is 2. So they are called quadratic equations. Now, is the product quadratic equation? Okay, number 1, we have 5 times b squared plus 3. Monomial times binomial. So we need to apply the distributive property here. And we need to distribute 5 to b squared plus 3. So 5 times b squared is equal to 5b squared, and 5 times positive 3 is positive 15. So the product is 5b squared plus 15. This is the quadratic equation because the highest exponent of b is 2. Number 2, we have 2x times x minus 2. And this is monomial times binomial. And we need to distribute 2x to x minus 2. So 2x times x is equal to 2x squared, and 2x times negative 2 is negative 4x. This is negative 4x because the product of two integers with opposite signs is negative. So this is also a quadratic equation because the highest exponent of the variable x is 2. Next is y plus 2 times y minus 3. This is binomial times binomial, and we need to use the FOIL method in getting the product. So we have the first terms, y times y is y squared. The outer terms is y times negative 3 is negative 3y. And the inner terms, we have positive 2 times y is positive 2y. And the last terms are positive 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And do we need to combine negative 3y plus 2y because they are like terms. Like terms means the same variable in the same exponent. So negative 3y plus 2y is negative y. So we have the product here, y squared minus y minus 6. And the last example is 2x minus 3 squared. We can use FOIL method for this. Or we have also another way of getting the product. There are 3 steps that we're going to follow. The first step is you need to square the first term. The first term is 2x, so we have 2x squared. And next step is twice the product of the first and the last terms. The first term again is 2x, and the last term is negative 3, and twice means 2. So we have 2 times 2x times negative 3. And the last step is square the last term. Our last term is negative 3, so we have negative 3 squared. And we need to simplify. So 2x squared, we have 4x squared because 2 times 2 is also 4, and x times x is x squared. And 2 times 2x is 4x, times negative 3 is negative 12x. And negative 3 squared is positive 9 because negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Okay, now we are going to identify the ABC of the given quadratic equation. As we know that the standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So we have 2x squared minus 6x plus 5 equals 0. So we will get the value of ABC here. Our A is 2, our B is negative 6, and our C is 5. Now we have quadratic equation in real life. Quadratic equations are actually used in everyday life as when calculating areas, determining a product's profit, or formulating the speed of an object. Example, we have a rectangular garden has an area of 14 m squared and a perimeter of 18 meters. Find the dimensions of the rectangular garden. Dimensions means we have the length and the width. So as we know that the formula for getting the perimeter of a rectangle is 2L plus 2W is equal to P. And to find the area also, we have A is equal to L times W. So we have let W be the width and L be the length. So we have 2L plus 2W equals 18 because the perimeter is 18 meters. And we have also LW equals 14 because the area of the rectangular garden is 14 square meter. And to simplify, we need to divide both sides of 2L plus 2W equals 18 by 2. And we have L plus W equals 9 because we divided 2 to all terms. And using L plus W equals 9, because that is more simple, we need to solve for L. So we get L is equal to 9 minus W. So it becomes 9 minus W because we subtract a W both sides, and that is subtraction property of equality. And we need to substitute 9 minus W for L, and L times W equals 14 because that's the formula in area. So we have here, substitute 9 minus W to the place of L. So we have here 9 minus W times W equals 14. And we need to apply the distributive property again. So we have 9 times W is 9W, and now, negative W times W is negative W squared. And we will apply also the subtraction property of equality. We subtract 14 both sides. So we have minus 14 is equal to 0. And we have the standard form for this. W squared minus 9W plus 14 equals 0. And we need to factor this to get the value of W, which is the width and the length. So since our constant here, the last term is positive 14, and our middle term is negative 9, so we need to find the factors of 14. And we use negative 7 and negative 2 because if we will multiply negative 7 and negative 2, the product is 14. And if we will add them, the sum is also negative 9. So to solve W, we have, we will equate it to 0. W minus 7 equals 0. And W equals 7. And here at the other factor, W minus 2 equals 0. And W equals 2. So our 27, now get this 2. If we will add 7 plus 2 is 9. And 7 times 2 is also 13. So this lesson was about quadratic equations and how they are illustrated in real life. The lesson provided you with opportunities to describe quadratic equations using practical situations and their mathematical representations. Moreover, you were given the chance to formulate quadratic equations as illustrated in some real-life situations. Don't forget, like quadratic equations, there are values of A, B, and C. As God's creation, we are also valuable in His eyes because He loves us so much. Remember in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." That's all for today. I hope you learned something.